Today I wanted to talk to you about Brahmacharya. So it is a composite word made of Brahma on one end, which is similar to Shiva, or the absolute consciousness, the absolute energy that is at the origin of the universe. It is changeless, it is ever present, it is the seer within us, the unlimited self. And then we have Charya, which is the path. So the path of Brahman is basically directly translated as the path that leads you to your true self, Brahman. So we hear a lot of things about Brahmacharya because in Sanskrit things are very, there's no direct translation between Sanskrit and English basically. You always make assumptions, and there's a lot of assumptions, especially in the yogic path, that said that Brahmacharya is the vow of celibacy. In a direct way, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I'm not saying that this is not true, but there is a greater definition to it, which in Tantra is literally controlling your creative energy. Why do I say this? Because when we say creative energy, we can also compare it to creative juices, creative semen, if I can say it like this. Because we all have that within us. We are all an expression of latent and patent potential. So when you are in the path of Brahmacharya, the way you live your life is no longer based on the cravings and the aversions that your mind can push you to do. It's living a life where you go and work with your capacities and work on improving, on changing your limitations. What that means is you're not going to go to the easy pleasure always. You're going to place a goal in your life, something you want to achieve, and you're going to work with your skills, with your qualities, which we call in Tantra the Artha. Artha means the means, the wealth. So wealth can be the degrees you have, the physical attributes you have, the money you have. They are the expression of your true blissful self. And by working with those capacities, you will then also look at what limits you in this life and see if you can work on them. We cannot work on everything, and that's completely fine. This is why we're all so unique and beautiful. But you have the possibility and also the responsibility to say, I can work on this, let's go for it, or I can't, and that's fine. If we go a little bit more in the tantric perspective, well, in Tantra, we all have Shiva within us. Shiva is the ever-present, the absolute consciousness, the seer of things. It's completely passive. But from the desire of Shiva to express and exist, he created Shakti. So we are Shaktis. We are energy, potential, creative energy. And in this plane of existence that we live in, there is one primary Shakti, let's call it like that, which we call Kekari. So Kekari is the supreme Shakti, and she's going to rule endless multitudes of other Shaktis that are going to create this world we live in, and also that are expressing within us. So there are 4 Shaktis that I wanted to talk about. I'm not going to get into too much details, but those 4 Shaktis, they basically are very tricky because they will tap into the frequency in which we want to express. So what I mean is, and I'm going to use the analogy of yoga. If you find yourself on your yoga mat and you're trying to do, let's just say, Natarajasana, like the dancer's pose, this is a pretty challenging pose. You have to hold your foot at the back and you have to go forward, lift your head up, be balanced, and feel this blissful opening of your chest. Well, it's not easy. And in the definition of Patanjali, an asana is something that is comfortable and stable. He doesn't even talk about any asanas in there. Anyway, I'm going somewhere that I shouldn't go. But, so you're doing a Natarajasana. Well, the things that's going to happen on your mat is that you're going to be saying to yourself, well, I can do this asana, so let's go for it. But maybe you don't have the complete expression of an asana. Well, the truth is, the complete expression of an asana is your full expression. It doesn't mean that your leg is up in the air, touching the back of your head, and like that's it, you have it sorted. No. What it means is that within yourself, you are stable and comfortable in the perfect setup for your own prakriti, your own composition, your own structure. There are some people, and I'm one of them, so that's why I'm saying that when they can't do an asana, they get frustrated. They wish they could do it. They would love to do it. And there is a Brahmacharya way to deal with this. It's just saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to work toward mastering within myself this asana so I can reach the state of comfort and stability. I need to work on my legs. I need to work on my arms. I need to work on my balance. I am not emotionally triggered by my limitations. I'm just trying to work on them. That is the Brahmacharya way of dealing with those asanas. So going back to those Shaktis, if you feel like you can do it and you blame yourself for it, basically those Shaktis, they're going to take you all the way to self-hatred and anger and sadness and frustration, because that's what they do. In Tantra, there's no concept of right and wrong. But if you go towards the intellectual part, not the intellectual part, but the Brahmacharya way, where you target your capacities, you focus on your capacities and say, this is what I can do at the moment, but I know I will be able to do so much better in the future. Those Shaktis, they're going to take you towards the path of creation, not towards the path of destruction. So what I want to say with this is, living a life of Brahmacharya means that you accept yourself as you are today, and you're willing to work towards your goals for the future without hating yourself in the transition states for not being able to do something you just can't do at the moment. The whole concept behind Tantra and Yoga is that you should love yourself as you are, because you are a true expression of the divine within and the divine without. So there's no reason to feel frustrated about your condition at the moment, because it is perfect as it is. That was about Brahmacharya, guys. So if you have any questions about the 4 Shaktis, if you want more details about how they can express for you, I have a lot of awesome references that I would love to share with you, so don't hesitate. Yeah, and I'll do that for you. Bye, guys.